Konnichiwa. Welcome to this video, which is the 11th lesson of the basic Japanese series for beginners. You will learn verbs like borrow, lend, teach, learn, etc. and some words related to these activities. You will also learn the particles ni and kara, which denote giving and receiving a thing or information. And by the end of this lesson, you will be able to use all of them and frame sentences on your own. So please watch it till the end. Let me begin with the verb agemasu, which means to give. Its past tense is agemashita and the negative is agemasen. To know how to form the negative and the past tense, please watch my previous video on verbs. Next is moraimasu, which means to receive. Next is oshiemasu, which means to teach. And naraimasu means to learn. Next is kashimasu, which means to lend. And the last verb is karimasu, which means to borrow. Next, let me go to the particle ni. In one of the previous lessons, you learned that ni means at and is used when time is used using numerals. In this lesson, you will learn about the particle ni, which indicates the person or place to whom or to which the action is directed. Let me give you an example. Tomodachi means friend, purezento means present, and agemasu means to give. Now, to say I will give a present, in Japanese, it will be watashi wa purezento o agemasu. But to say I will give a present to my friend, in Japanese, it will be watashi wa tomodachi ni presento o agemasu. The action of giving is directed to my friend, and therefore the particle ni has to be placed after tomodachi. And then tomodachi ni will mean to my friend. Let me give you another example. Sensei means teacher, gakusei means student, eigo means English, and oshiemasu means to teach. To say that the teacher teaches English to students, in Japanese it will be sensei wa gakusei ni eigo o oshiemasu. The action of teaching is directed to students, and therefore the particle ni has to be placed after gakusei. Let me give you one more example. Hon means book and kashimasu means to lend. To say that Mr. Aoki will lend a book to Mr. Kim, in Japanese it will be Aoki-san wa Kim-san ni hon o kashimasu. The action of lending is directed to Mr. Kim, and therefore the particle ni has to be placed after Kim-san. Next, let me go to the interrogative. Assuming that tomodachi ni is the answer, what should be the question to get tomodachi ni as the answer? It should be dare ni, because dare is who, and retaining the particle ni, it will be dare ni, which means to whom. So, if you ask dare ni hon o kashimasu ka, then it means to whom will you lend the book. On similar lines, if you ask dare ni presento o agemasu ka, then it means to whom will you give the present. I hope the usage is clear. Next, let me go to the particle kara, which means from and indicates the source of a thing or information. Let me give you an example. Doryo means colleague, toke means watch, and moraimasu means to receive. Now, to say I received a watch from my colleague, in Japanese it will be watashi wa doryo kara toke o moraimashita. The particle kara is placed after doryo, who is the source, and doryo kara will mean from my colleague. Let me give you another example. Sensei means teacher, gakusei means student, eigo means English, and naraimasu means to learn. To say that the students learn English from the teacher, in Japanese it will be gakusei wa sensei kara eigo o naraimasu. The particle kara is placed after sensei, who is the source, and sensei kara will mean from the teacher. Let me give you one more example. Okane means money, ginko means bank, and karimasu means to borrow. To say that Mr. Rao borrowed money from the bank, in Japanese it will be Rao-san wa ginko kara okane o karimashita. The particle kara is placed after ginko, which is the source, and ginko kara will mean from the bank. Next, let me go to the interrogative. Assuming that doryo kara is the answer, what should be the question to get doryo kara as the answer? It should be dare kara, because dare is who. And retaining the particle kara, it will be dare kara, which means from whom. So, if you ask dare kara hana o moraimashita ka, then it means from whom did you receive the flowers. Next, let us learn two adverbs which will be useful in daily conversation. The first one is mo, which means already, and the second one is mada, which means not yet. Mada indicates that a certain action or state has not been completed. Let me give you an example. Asagohan means breakfast, and tabemasu means to eat. To ask if you already had breakfast, in Japanese it will be mo asagohan o tabemashita ka. We will use it at the beginning without disturbing the object and the verb. And if the reply is yes, I had my breakfast, in Japanese it will be hai mo tabemashita. And if the reply is no, not yet, in Japanese it will be iie mada desu. Next, let us learn how to translate simple English sentences to Japanese. The first sentence is I gave a bag and camera to my friend. You know that bag is kaban, camera is kamera, friend is tomodachi, and give is agemasu. Since the action of giving is directed to my friend, the particle ni will come after tomodachi. So the translation will be Tomodachi ni kaban to kamera o agemashita. Let us go to the second sentence. You know that colleague is doryo, present is presento, and receive is moraimasu. So the translation will be doryo kara presento o moraimashita. Let us go to the third sentence. You know that yesterday is kino, who is dare, money is okane, and lend is kashimasu. Since it is a question, it has to end with ka with a rising intonation. So the translation will be Kino dare ni okane o kashimashita ka? Let us go to the fourth sentence. From whom is dare kara, umbrella is kasa, and borrow is karimasu. So the translation will be Dare kara kasa o karimasu ka? Let us go to the fifth sentence. From whom is dare kara? Japanese is nihongo, and learn is naraimasu. So the translation will be Dare kara nihongo o naraimashita ka? Let us go to the sixth sentence. You know that every week is maishu, who is dare, English is eigo, and teach is oshiemasu. So the translation will be Maishu dare ni eigo o oshiemasu ka? Let us go to the last sentence. Already is mo, book is hon, library is toshokan, borrow is karimasu, and not yet is mada desu. So the translation will be Mo toshokan kara hon o karimashita ka? Iie, mada desu. Please try to practice with different words starting with the subject and ending with the verb. So that is it for now. I hope this video was useful. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to sub below. And if you found the video good, give it a thumbs up and share it with others. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.